Hi, this is Pradeep. So in this short video, we will discuss about all the changes related to S4 HANA, particularly in management accounting or in controlling and in version 2020, S4 HANA 2020. So it is a very short video and what are the changes we will see quickly. So as you know right now, your management accounting is also part of our finance. Like in ECC, we have two separate modules, finance and management accounting, which we are saying controlling. Now, although we have two business functions point of view, two different modules are there. But basically now we are saying management accounting is part of our S4 HANA and it is part of the same table, that is your universal journal table, AC docket table. And let's see what are the changes are there. So first point you will see here, this is real-time integration between FICO. So what we understand about real-time integration between FICO. In ECC, we know that if we need to post any document, so we should have the GL account first. So we have to create the GL accounts. Then same GL account, if we need to transfer the cost to any cost object, or we need to flow the cost from finance to controlling, then we need to extend the GL account as our primary cost element. So that means in SKA1 table, in SKB1 table, we are creating the GL accounts. The same GL account we are extending once again in our tables CSK and CSKB as primary cost element with cost element category 01. So that we have two master records are there. So when we are posting the transaction in finance, the user is going to select the GL account, and in any report, cost center report, or let's say any internal order report, cost element report. So there we are using cost elements. Now in S4 HANA, cost elements, whether it is primary cost element or secondary cost element, so both cost elements now it is our GL account. So that means user is not going to create any cost element separately. Even the transaction codes, if you'll try K01 or K06, so those transactions now it is going to redirect to your FS00. Let's quickly check that. So in ECC, we used to create, suppose I need to create one cost element, then it should be K01. Now you can see here where it is redirecting. It is redirecting to our GL master. So it is FS00. Suppose I need to create secondary cost element, then I need to enter here K06. If it is ECC, then it will be redirect to my secondary cost element. Now it is also same. GL master. That means now we are going to create secondary cost elements as our part of our chart of account. So here we have this new option is there, GL account type, where you are going to select the cost element. We need to select here the account types, whether it is primary cost element, whether it is secondary cost element, and accordingly you are going to select and you are going to create the GL accounts. Okay, but that does not mean that if you are going to run the cost element report, we don't have the cost element anymore. Suppose this is one controlling area, and suppose I'm going to run here one. Okay, so here if I will run my cost element report, you will find that cost elements are as it is. So whether it is category 1, category 22, that is your external settlement, or it is 12 sales reduction, or it is revenue 1, anything, 43 activity type assessment, 42, 41, anything. So all the cost elements are there as it is, but user is not going to create the cost element anymore. So both your primary cost element and secondary cost elements, business functions are there as it is. That means wherever in we are going to, suppose we need to calculate the cost of production, so we are creating or we are going to calculate by using the cost element. Here also same concept. So you can see here a couple of activity related cost elements are there, 43 category. There is no change, but GL masters we are going to create for cost element, not as separately cost elements. This is one small change. Now coming to how it will be simplify the reconciliation process. You just imagine, like, let's say we have one cost center is there. So before calculation of your actual cost throughout the month, we finance users are posted different transactions, and initially we have recorded this cost. Then in month end, we need to run the assessment cycle, and all this cost we are going to transfer to our production cost center. Example, let's take one cost center. Okay, so here I'm going to take a cost center. Let's say I will take here two cost centers. So if you are familiar with assessment process, you can get this one, which is there exactly in ECC. Suppose I will take this one and this one. So we have two cost centers are there. These cost centers are my supporting cost center, service cost centers. So I recorded different cost here by using the transaction code. Normal FI posting, the business transaction is coin. Right? So let's extract this data so that will be easy for you to understand this one. So initially I recorded this cost. It's already allocated. So that's why you can see here it's a zero figure is there. But for the timing, let's assume that it's not yet allocated. And I'm going to select only the business transaction here coin. So various cost we have recorded here. Let me remove this one. Okay, so all my cost is recorded here and I have the plus entries are there. So I have the plus entries for the total of this cost center. Total cost is recorded, and here it is the total cost is recorded as 2,800 USD, and here it is 4,000 USD. So as and when cost recorded from the finance, we posted the transaction and we have the offsetting entries are there and it is recorded. Then in month end, we need to transfer this cost to the production cost center as part of your month end allocation process, and we need to transfer this cost by using any of the allocation method. So I'm here I have used assessment method. So that is why business transaction RKIU is there. And you can see this month end, as if I will take here the date and if I will start with RKIU, you can see here, let remove this one. So all this is month end allocation. So I allocated this cost to my production cost center because when I will calculate my actual cost, I need this cost should be transferred to our production cost centers. Okay, so let me take these values in production cost center. So this is my production cost center. So here you can see all these month-end allocations, which we did the month-end allocations, and it is available here. Okay, particularly here, if you'll see right now, as per my example, it is RKIU transactions. So RKIU transactions means 30th April. So these are 30th April transactions. Just ignore other transactions, 30th April transactions, and particularly RKIU business transaction. So you can see the minus entries are available here. This is my sender cost center utility, or this sender cost center. So 480 is minus, and 480 you can see here, this is the plus entry as my maintenance cost by using secondary cost element. So initially we have recorded the cost. So initially I recorded cost with primary cost element. So these are my primary cost element, and I settled this cost with secondary cost element, maintenance expenditure. Similarly, this canteen expenditure is there. Up to this, there is nothing new. It is same there in ECC. We are following the allocation process. Here also it is same. There is, but after the end result, right now what we are going to do, that is part of in S4. It is something new. Now you just imagine when we did this month end allocations, this data, this allocated values, this data, it is part of your COSS table, because initially we have recorded the cost with COEP, then we did the month end allocations, and now the allocated values are part of your COSS table. So I'm assuming that you are familiar with all these ECC tables. So now it is initially the data was both in finance and controlling was same. Then in month end, we allocated the cost to the production cost centers. And now this document, this document, this internal CO document, particularly I'm talking about this document. So this document, which is before coming to this one, let me show you another one. Like when initially we are posting the transaction in finance, in controlling, particularly the business transaction coin, in ECC you will get two documents, finance document and CO documents. So FI data is part of finance table, like your BSEG and Fagel Flexa, and CO document is part of COEP. But now we have only one document, and I'm trying to get the source document here. In ECC, it will redirect to case B5, but now you can see it is going to redirect to my finance table. Right? It is my finance document, and this will be part of your AC docket table. So this document will be part of Universal Journal or AC docket. So there is no COEP data. And if we'll try to see the document in the accounting point of view, so we have finance document only. We don't have any controlling document. This is your cryptic document. Again, this is another concept, right? Whereas when I will try to and take any document after allocation, you can see month and date and RKIU business transaction. So if you try to get the source document, this time it will be controlling document number 1205. And if you compare this one with your ECC document, you will find it is same. Difference is this document will be part of your AC docket now. In ECC, it is part of COSS because I'm using secondary cost element. If it is primary cost element, then COST. Now this data, if in ECC, it is not going to generate any finance document, but now we will verify this CO document because of my FICO integration. This document is going to generate one finance document, and this finance document we are going to verify in our document list, and we are going to also verify in AC docket table. That is, normally we know data flow always finance to controlling, but this time we will see CO2 finance. So let's quickly check that. So when the document was posted 40th, that is 30th April. So I'm going to take one document and I will take here the posting date is 30th April. Right, let's verify it. So a couple of other documents are there, but I know this document is document type CO that I configured, and here you can see this document. This document, again, it is there in your AC docket table, so that's why only GL view is there, no entry view is there. And just ignore this zero balance entries because of document splitting. And these lines are added, but this one is exactly the mirror image of this document. You can verify a couple of line entry. Let's take the first two line entry. 480 minus, what is the cost center? 20001. And if we'll check 480, yeah, here it is. Okay, maintenance expense. This is your maintenance expense, secondary cost element, and check the minus entry 20001. This is your sender cost center, and corresponding plus entry 480 plus. 480 plus is which cost center? 10001. Check this one. 10001. So that means what we did in controlling, automatically I got this document, and this document, no user posted this document. This document is derived document because of my month end allocations, which I did in my controlling. You can verify that also. First of all, it is ledger specific posting. So it is posting in general ledger entry, no entry view. If you'll check this document, you will not find in your BSEC. It is only it is there in your okay. So this is my BSEC table, which is, so what is the document number? Document number is 70007. No, it's not there. So it's only there in your AC docket. So that is, it is there in your GL view. And other things you can see here, how I got this document. As I got the document, as I executed case U5, that is your month end allocation, that is why this document. So if you check this document, you will find this document, reference document, as my controlling document. Now check this one in our AC docket table. So I'm taking the finance data. This is my finance table, and I will check here document number 70007. So this document is derived document with reference to 1205, right? And if as this AC docket table or universal journal updated, so if I will run my GL report, there also I'm going to get the values. Ignore the other transactions. We are looking here this month and allocation. So coming to my example, so I'm looking here the informations related to month and allocations, which is my maintenance expense. Here exactly you will find a minus entry, which is sender data, and we have a plus entry, that is your receiver data. So what we did in controlling, this is my CO data, and same is there in my finance output also. So if I'll summarize, when we are going to post any transaction, so that time you will get finance document, CO will be suppressed, that will be cryptic. When you are going to do the month-end allocations or any reposting, anything you are going to do in controlling, n number of examples are there, but as for this example, when we are going to do something in controlling, that time we are going to get back one finance document with controlling document. So this document is derived, this document is generated with reference to my source document as controlling. So if I will try to find the original document, it's my 1205, that is my CO document. So this is how the FICO integration or real-time integration between FICO, just quickly that one we verified. And also we found that cost element is no more available, but business function point of view, cost element is there, but master data point of view, we don't have any concept of cost element master data. It is GL account. Now coming to profitability analysis. In ECC, you must have worked already in costing based COPA. Now in S4, it is in S4, it is margin analysis. So we are not saying it is COPA anymore. It is profitability analysis. We are not saying it's profitability analysis, but we are saying that it is margin analysis. So if you'll see the evolution of SAP ECC, profitability analysis now in S4 HANA, particularly from 2020 onwards, it is margin analysis, which includes, that means in ECC, you have two options, costing based COPA using the value fields. Then we have account based COPA using GL accounts. But when we are saying that we are working on ECC costing based COPA, we are working on ECC as profitability analysis. Moreover, we are saying that it is costing based COPA only, because most of the customers you will find they are using profitability analysis and they feel more confident when you are using the costing based COPA, because it was like much more powerful, or it is much more integrated with other modules, whether it is SD, whether it is your PP, so whether it is material ledger. So it is much more integrated. So that is why we have more dependency on costing based COPA. For example, let's say if you are working on account based COPA, so if I'm going to create logistic transactions, let's say sales order created, so we don't have anything. We have billing document, we don't have anything. That is in limitations with account based COPA. So that is why always we are working on costing based COPA in ECC. But here problem is, user point of view, we have to remember the value field. So if I want to see the revenue, I will not check my GL account, I have to check my value feeds. Then we have the reconciliation issues are there, because we know when we are doing the outbound delivery, there will be no COPA document will be there. So accounting document will be there. So COPA tables are different, accounting tables are different. So that is another problem. So here in S4, we are working on account-based COPA, and I'm going to show you one account-based COPA report, and you will find that all my activities are there. That means when I'm going to perform my logistic activities, whether it is sales order, whether it is outbound delivery, whether it is production variance, whether it is anything. So you will find everything is part of account-based COPA. Let's quickly check the account-based COPA report. Okay, so I selected account-based COPA. Now I will check COPA line entries or margin analysis line entries. I will take here company code. It is just company code I selected, and I will execute. Now you can see everything, and all over you can see here the report is the document is cryptic. So here the main informations as my finance data, and CO informations are updated, or my profitability segment is updated. So this includes everything. This includes my revenues, this includes my cost, this includes my other components. Okay, my profitability segment updated as it is, my everything. So let's randomly, I'm going to take, let's say this one. Okay, so what is this cost element 1005? This is my revenue account or revenue entry updated with reference to my source document, that is your logistic. I created here the logistic activity. So two items we delivered to customers, or we billed to customer. So that's why it is updated. So 1005, it's revenue. Now let's see whether profitability segment updated or not. So you can see profitability segment updated as it is. So all my characteristics, what are there in the profitability segment, it's updated. If we'll check this one, there is no difference. It is same like my ECC costing based COPA. But in costing based COPA, we have the value fields are there. Whereas here we don't have the value fields. Rather, we are going to use the GL accounts. So you can see these are my GL accounts. So my margin analysis or COPA is simplified here. Okay. So characteristics we are going to follow our profitability segment, but instead of value fields and this informations, it is there as in the form of GL account. If I will run my GL account, then you are going to get the same information in the finance report as well as in your COPA report. Okay, here also we have some more features are there, like we have COG splitting. COG splitting means, for example, let's say you have created one outbound delivery. So that time your COGS account or COGM account is going to debit and your credit will be FG. That is normal process. Here, if you are going to configure the COGS splitting, which I have there in the PPT, splitting of cost of goods sold, if you can see this one. Okay, so here the total cost we want to bifurcate into multiple components. Better I will show you in the example. Let me close the unnecessary screens. So this is my FG 510. Okay, so this is my cost, what I calculated, and this is my cost component structure. So that means my total cost 235.94 USD is divided into multiple components. So these are my cost component attributes. Now, if you don't have the COG splitting, when we are going to do the outbound delivery as a part of your integration, you will find in your COPA that COGS account, I mean, if it is costing based COPA, then you will find your COGS value field is going to update as 235.94. And accordingly your finance data is also going to update 235.94. But I want to see, or I want to report how my cost was calculated the same way. I want to see in my COPA, I want to see in my FI report also, I want to see in my GL report also. Okay, so that is another feature which is known as your COGS splitting. So we are going to split all our components. So what is my cost? 235.94. You can check this entry. So 235.94, first it is debited. It is part of your SD integration. COGS account debited, then COGS account credited, and it will be real time. We will see the document also. It will be real time. So immediately system is going to post one more document by crediting the COGS account. Then we have the individual components are there. So if we'll check the individual components, so it is my material account 2017212. Material account 212. Then we have packing material, that is 5. So same is there in the COPA 5. Then other components 3, 1.63, like this it is there. And this COGS splitting also another feature is there. So if I will take my trial balance or I will take my GL report, I'm getting a little bit slow response from my system. Please bear with me. When it was posted, 5th April. So in COPA, we are going to take all the values from our AC docket table. So all these informations also will be there in the AC docket. So if, because here all my profitability segment characteristics, everything is updated in my AC docket table. So that is why this COPA is updated. And here we don't have the PA transfer structures. So those things are no more available here or not required here. Okay, let's take this GL account. So first, let me take the COGS account. COGS account is account number is this one. It's 1008. Okay, before executing this one, first let me show you the entry view, a BL3N, or that is the old one. Because splitting is only available in your AC docket table. BSEG will be there as it is, the traditional approach. Okay, so all this concept, what I'm explaining, it is just comparison between your ECC and S4. So you can get all these concepts, and if you compare with your same functionalities with your ECC business functions. So this is my FBL3, and I'm trying to execute the COGS account, which is 1008 in my case. See here. This is your end result of your FISD integration. So this is outbound delivery as we performed the sales order, outbound delivery. Okay, so my source document is here. Original document is your outbound delivery. It is result of your FISD integration. So one item delivered. So with reference to this outbound delivery, we got here the accounting document. This is normal FISD integration. Right now, if you check this report, you won't find any difference because COGS account normally we have a debit entry and it will be transferred to copa. But if you check the copa report, you can see COGS account is 0, 235.94 plus 235.94 minus entry. So that means COGS account is 0. Whereas if you check a bill 3N entry, a bill 3N entry, it's 0, right? So that means my BSEG is untouched. BSEG as it is, it there. But if you'll check AC docket table, or if I'm going to run GL report, please bear with me. I'm getting very slow response from system suddenly. These are very frequently in every interview questions you will expect that what are the changes? Can you tell me what are the changes recently it is there in your S4 system, particularly from the management accounting point of view? In another video, I will explain in other areas, but this is like related to management accounting. Okay, so right now it is FA GL L03 GL view, and now you can see the difference. It's 0. So that means two documents we got here, 49004, which is similar here, your entry view. Plus here we got one more document, 49005, the COGS account, which was debited earlier. Now it's credited. Okay, so that means integration will be there as it is, but you are going to have more document. Then where you will find the cost? You will find the cost in other GL accounts. So these GL accounts, 1008, 1017, 18, 1019, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so from 1018, one 1021, 1022, 1023, 24. Now you can see the individual components are available with these accounts. So your material COGS account was debited. Then we have, COGS account credited. One account I think I missed here, that is 1017 also. Just a second, 10, yeah, we have one material component is there, 1017. So my material cost is how much? 212 USD. It is exactly whatever it is there in my cost calculation. So this is my cost calculation. Same is there in my copa 1017212. Same is there in my FI report 212. If you'll check another component, so this is my packing material, which is 5. It is there in the copa 1 for against one GL account, that is packing material, and this one is your packing material GL. So whatever is your cost, same is there in the copa, same is the GL. So you run any report, you will find the same values. And from where we are getting these values? Again, from the AC docket, because all these documents you will find in your AC docket table. So if quickly, let's check that. So we will check two documents. One is your 49004 and another one 49005. 49004, which is there in your entry view as well as that means it is there in the BSEC, and 49004 5. This is there exclusively in your AC docket because it is after splitting. So that's when against your 49004 you will find the balance entry. You can see here without cost object is there, and this is your cost object line. So this is your 49004. That is your normal COGS account having debit entries. Then COGS account credited, and we have the plus entries. If you go to the GL accounts, you will get more clarity. This is my AC docket table. This is balance sheet account. FG stock credited, then 1008 debited, 1008 credited. So all are having, this is my debit entry for 1008, debit entry, credit entry for 1008. Then we have individual amounts are there. Check the amounts simultaneously. Accounts and the amounts. So 235 minus, this is your minus entry related to your FG account, FG stock account. Then 235.94 plus, that is COGS account debit. Then COGS account credit 1008 account. Then individual accounts are debited with respective your profitability segments. So this is also another very important feature which is there in your margin analysis. And we are using GL accounts, not the value fields. Another feature is there that is also very important. That is predictive accounting. Basically, it is for commitment. It is for the future. Like for example, let's say one sales order created this month, and this month we don't have any other activities. And normally we know with reference to sales order, there will be no accounting document. Sales order created this month, delivery will be next month, or billing will be next month. So in this period, we don't have anything to analysis point of view because actual documents are not updated here. Once we have the outbound delivery or billing document, that time your accounting document will be there, and it will be part of your COPA report. Now, if as we have completely shifted from costing based to account based COPA, then in this case, what we will do, because normally if you'll create sales order, there will be no accounting document. In that case, we have to configure the predictive accounting. So the moment we are going to create a predictive entry or normal sales entry, sales order particularly, you will find the accounting informations will be there. And that will be again with a not actual document. So we are going to use the predictive ledger. Predictive ledger, you can say one extension ledger we are going to use for that. Only for information purpose or reporting point of view, these informations will be there. So I've created one sales order. Let me show you that. So this is the sales order, and this sales order was created on 29th March. So when the 29th March, we created the sales order, but the delivery date is not 29th March. The delivery date is, let's see, 14th April. So in this period, that means there is no accounting informations we have. We have only the logistic informations are there, or sales order is just created. In this case, how we will handle with account based COPA? In ECC costing based COPA, we can work, because costing based COPA, that means with reference to sales order, we will get the costing based informations will be there, or respective value fields are there. But as we have completely shifted from account based to costing based to account based COPA, how we are going to handle this situation? So that is why we have this solution, predictive accounting. Now let me show you. I will show you in Fury, I will show you in GL, and I will also show you in the table. So first, let's check the Fury application. So we have one beautiful application is there for this one. So I'm going to take the journal voucher. Company code A002, fiscal year 2002, and I'm using here extension ledger N3. That is my prediction ledger. Here a couple of entries are there. I'm going to take you can see the numbers are different. You can see the numbers are, it's not actual numbers. The numbers are starting with PA. These are predictive entries. So let's take the first two entries. The moment we are going to create the sales order. So as I created the sales order on 29th March. So you will find the creation date is 29th March. With reference to 29th March, you will find the accounting entries. Same accounting entries. That means you will find the revenue entry, sales will be credit. Then normally customer is going to debit. Here customer will not be there. It will be accounts receivable. So accounts receivable is going to debit, revenue is going to credit, then FG stock is going to credit. So all these components will be there. Let's see. Okay, so one is my balance sheet entry and one is your P&L entry. Let's first check the balance sheet entry. And when it was created, 29th March. Now check this entry. So close it. Yeah, check this P&L. So profit and loss account credited means it's sales 1005. My sales account credited, as if one actual entry is posted, but actually it's not actual entry. It's just sales order created. So as sales order created, with reference to that, we got this one. We will also verify in the table. So we got here this 600 credit entry. Then we have cost is there, sales reduction, that is debit 6. Then we have sales credit, sales reduction, debit. Now coming to balance sheet, accounts receivable, debit. In place of customer, we have accounts receivable because GL view. So my revenue accounts receivable account debit and FG stock account credited. So that means here we have both entries are there, your revenue as well as outbound delivery. And from where we are getting these values, you will get these values from, as usual, your AC docket table. So everything is part of your AC docket. Particularly, we are discussing right now the costing part or management accounting, but we are verifying the AC docket table. So everything is part of your AC docket table. So right now we are verifying the document. You can see last K0, K1, K0 and K1, and these documents are generated with reference to our sales order. So what is our sales order? Sales order is 192. This is our order. So with reference to sales order, these accounting entries are posted. So we will check the reference one. Sales order number 192, and same you will find reference document also. So with reference to 192, we have one, yeah, source reference. Okay, you can see source reference document. So with reference to sales order, we have all these accounting documents are there. You will find some more documents, because when actual document will be posted, so that time your original entry will be reversed, and you will find the other document will be, actual document will be posted. Okay, so that means here the delivery date is, you can see it is 14th April. So on 14th April, when we did the actual outbound delivery or billing document posted, this predictive entries will be reversed, and you will have the actual entries will be there. So that also we can see. Once again, let's run this report. Because after actual entries, this should be 0. Your predictive ledger should be 0. These are your predictive entries with reference to sales order. These are your entries with reference to outbound delivery. Taking time to load. Yeah. Okay, now you can see everything should be 0. So your balance sheet entry, 0. So account receivable, initially it was debited, then with a reference to outbound delivery, it is credited. So initially it was debited, then minus entry, reversed. FG stock, because actual entries are posted. So FG stock debited, then it is reversed. Initially it was debited, then it is reversed, or we have the credit entry. So that is why it's 0. So all your items you can see for the predictive ledger, it's 0, and actual entries are updated with your default ledger, that is your leading ledger. Okay, so all these entries you can see it's reversed. Sales reduction, initially it was debited, then reversed, 14th April. Sales, initially it was credited, then reversed. Okay, so let's check this one in GL report. So what are the GL accounts we are going to check? One GL account is, we will check particularly sales, we will check 1005. Then cost of goods sold 1008. Sales reduction 1011. You check these items, all are P&L items. So actual transaction date 14th April. Now you have actual entries 14005, 49003. These are your actual entries. So here if I will add, let's say, let me add here. So these are my actual entries. I want to see this minus entries also. So let's take the range of previous month. let's do one thing. Let's remove this date. Let's check these GL accounts. My mistake. I'm in wrong ledger. So we need to check N3. That is my predictive ledger. April 14th. Now check. On 29th March, this is predictive ledger. And what is the document number? This is your document number. That is your predictive entry. On 29th March, we have the sales credit entry. Then on 14th April, we have this once more again, you can see here it is predictive entry and it's plus entry. So this was with reference to sales order. This one is with reference to actual document. So it is reversed. Then we have a credit entry is there. So this is your actual document 14005. Similarly, cost of goods sold, initially it was debited, then it is reversed. We have seen this one in Fury applications. Now we are checking in the on-premises. Then we have the cost. Sales reduction accordingly is there. So the purpose of predictive accounting in this period from 29th March to 14th April, we have the informations which we can use in our reporting. Normally, sales order does not create any accounting transactions, but we have seen that sales order also created accounting transactions, which is possible with help of predictive accounting. So if we'll summarize today's from this discussion, so one is simplification in cost element. Now it is part of GL account. Then FICO reconciled. Then we have seen COGS account also splitted. Margin analysis, because of that, now we are completely with account-based COPA, and with account-based COPA, all your accounting documents, your internal CO documents, everything is part of your account-based COPA. Then we have seen one small scenario on predictive accounting. So in another video, I will show you how the actual costing is simplified here, or what are the new things are there, how it is going to help us in our reconciliations. So these are the very random questions, very frequent it is coming in interview, particularly when you are showing that S4 skill with management accounting. I hope you like the video.